Well, good morning. Malcolm Cabby here, March the 6th. On a Monday morning, 8 o'clock. And the traffic in Carlisle is just gridlocked for some reason. Oh, dear me. Well, just going to talk about the match yesterday. Well, to me, it was a job done by Leicester City, wasn't it? They came out right out the blocks, full steam ahead. Their job was to get that goal, and they've done the homework. They're now one of the weakest forward lines in the division, Sunderland, at the minute. We've got Nout, and I think they knew once they got their goal, there was virtually no way back for Sunderland, and it's a dangerous game to play, I know, but it worked for Leicester. They came away with 3 points. I mean, they were all over us like a rash the first 10-15 minutes, and you could see a goal was coming. I mean, we could have been 3-0 down in 15 minutes if it wasn't for Pato's superb saves. And it worked. I mean, I know I tried Hume. He was so unlucky with that thunderbolt of a strike, and it was a great save by Leicester. You know, I've got to congratulate Leicester City as well. I don't want to be like a bad sport. You know, good luck to them. They're up. They're in the Premier League. I don't care what anybody says. We were virtually playing a Premier League side last night. You know, they're a good side. I mean, I know it was only 1-0, but mark my word, they knew what they were doing, Leicester City. They had that game won, dangerous or not. But you know, I thought there was some outstanding performances, you know, especially from Chris Rigg. I mean, he's got to get a start. Get the lad out there, even if you're subbing him after 70 minutes. He's got to have a start, that lad. I don't care what anybody says. It's not vodka, by the way. But he was just quality. But it's still so obvious, isn't it, the fact we haven't got that goal poacher. We haven't got that like Jamie Vardy type striker who, like, if the ball's bobbling around or you can anticipate something's going to happen and you're there to pounce just to put the ball in the back of the net. I mean, the ball could have bobbled around in the 6-yard area for 25 minutes last night and there wouldn't have been any Sunderland player on the end of it. We've got no one there to sort of read the game up front. You know, we haven't got our 2 wingmen, Roberts and Clark. You know, we just haven't got anything up front. And you've got a KLD and Speakman's got to have a right massive rusty big boot up their backside, because how many times have they said we need to get an experienced striker? But no, they thought it'd be smart backsides, weren't they? And yeah, we'll be fine. We'll get our kids in from the Eastern European kids. We'll be all right. We'll get into the playoffs. Well, it ain't working, is it? How many times have we said, though? We've said it till we're blue in the face. We need an experienced strikers, because it ain't working. It's just not happening. I mean, the second half, you know, it was a much better performance from Sunderland. You know, can't take anything away from them, but I think part of that as well was Leicester City taking the foot off the pedal. Job was done, if you can call it that, because we're only 1-0 up, but that's how it looked like. They just sort of sat back and went, come on, see what you got. And of course there was that penalty shout. That was never a penalty in a month of Sundays, and I'm usually playing war with the referee, saying like, you've missed an absolute stormwaller there, but it weren't. I mean, I blame Dan Ballard for he needs an Oscar for that. I mean, if he went down more subtly, or just a little trip or something like that after that, then he probably would have got it. But the way he arched his back and flung his head back like he'd just been flung out of a front car seat from an 80-mile-an-hour crash, or being shot in the back of the head by 24 caliber bullets or something. He just made it look false. You know, and Dan Bollard didn't need to react like that, especially when he flung his arms like that. You know, it just made it look like it was a proper acting scene, and he didn't need to do that. You know, yeah, there was definitely contact, there was definitely a hand on his shoulder, but all you had to do was like do a little nudge and then like a little wobble and a trip. You would have had more of a chance. But you were never going to get a penalty all day long with antics like that. Sorry, like, but you're just not. And I think the majority of Sunderland fans out there did say it as well. It wasn't a penalty. And where are they getting these attendances from and all? 40,000. I mean, even Nick Barnes said there's no way there's 40,000 at the stadium. Like tonight, there's more like 36, 37. There was like loads of empty seats. I mean, is it right to sort of... Are they fiddling the attendances, to be honest with you? I don't know. I mean, are they just counting the season tickets? Whether they're there or not, they're just counting it as a bum on the seat. Is that wrong? Should they only count the attendance when someone's actually walked through the turnstiles? It seems to me that's what they're doing. They're just putting their season tickets in every single time, whether you're there or not. But, like I say, it was a better performance from Sunderland. We did show glimpses of what we can do. I like the look of O'Sheesh when he came on. And once again, I don't know how Job's getting a start. You know, give him a break, man. Give him a break for the next match. You know, the fresh legs of Regan, O'Sheesh and stuff, we did have that extra bit of spark up front. But it's 5 defeats on the trot, and I cannot say we didn't deserve it. We deserve it, to be quite honest with you, because, like I say, with the injuries we've had out at the back, obviously Dan Bollard suspension, and we haven't got a thing up front. It's a good job we made a decent start, because it would have been another Sunderland till I die season again. The first 1 or 2, wouldn't it? We would have been back in League One. But it's not good enough, is it? 5 defeats on the bounce. I mean, oh wait, Christ almighty. I mean, it could easily be 6 when we play Southampton. And where's the next Sunderland win going to come from? We ask ourselves, because at the minute it looks like every team can steamroll us out. It doesn't matter who we play. It's just at the minute the confidence is just so low with the fans. It's like KLD and Speakman, they've just ran away with the tail between the legs, hiding behind the bush. I mean, we've lost 5 on the bounce. It's hideous. It's absolutely hideous. And there's not a word coming out from Speakman and KLD at all. It's like they've got egg on their faces. It's like, can you see what you're watching? Can you see 5 defeats on the bounce? Can you see how we've tried to tell you about getting a striker and getting an experienced manager in, not a coach? That this model that you're doing at the minute is not working. Whatever model it is you're trying to build, but you haven't got any super glue. You're just putting the model together without any super glue, without any formations, and it's just falling apart. You must read social media. You must get the gist what the fans are trying to say. But they're wearing thin. We are wearing thin. Patients are wearing thin. I do believe if Sunderland get another win, 3 or 4 points, and I think that's us safe. I can't believe I'm saying that. That's us safe. But you think surely Sunderland can get a win out of the remaining games, or 3 draws. But I also think as well, next season, if we start off next season the way we're finishing now, then the fans will just hound KLD out and Speakman and say, right, Cowboys 2.0. Remember when Sam and Pan said the P-Take party stops right now? Well, has it? Got a couple of Del boys in charge again. They need to really prove the fans next season. if you haven't got the funds, KLD, if there's something happening behind the scenes, if the Dreyfus business is collapsing, whatever, do one. Just go. Because you need good to us. This model is no good for Sunderland AFC. Club's far too big for you. The model is not working for the size of the club and what you're trying to do, whatever it is. But I will also say better performance. And good luck to Leicester City in the Premier League next season, because they deserve it the way they've played this season. Yeah, they lost the last 3, but you can see the quality's there. Especially their defence. They looked so rock solid last night. And for us to get a goal last night, it would have took something special from like that try game to bust the back of the net. But it didn't. And we'll move on to Southampton. So we'll see you guys later. Let us know in your comments what you think. And have a great day. See you later. Toodaloo.